Hey guys, and welcome back to What's Up Wednesday. If you're new here, then please go ahead and subscribe down below and make sure to turn on your post notification bell so that you are able to join us every Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but Wednesday specifically when I talk about different products that are new and new to the drugstore, new high-end, just new in general in the makeup world. So I'm gonna review them and I will let you know what I think about them. So today we're going to be reviewing the L'Oreal line, and this is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation and then the Infallible Full Wear. So what I like to do is I will leave timestamps down below in the description box just so you could see what it is that you want to check out. Do you want to see close-ups? Do you want to see how they apply? Do you want to know what shade I wear? Things like that. So this is a pretty lengthy video. Usually my reviews are lengthy, so I do like to leave the timestamps all the time in the description. So yeah, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. My name is Victoria if you are new here, and welcome. So now, without rambling any further, let's get into the actual review. Okay, so now that we have our headband on, we are going to start by priming the face. And the first thing I'm gonna do is, I feel really dry today, so I'm just gonna use some of this Mario Badescu setting spray. It's a facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea, and it really hydrates my skin. So I'm just gonna do that right now, just hit myself with a little bit of that. My eyes are done already, my brows are done, I have lashes. I just have to do the bottom lash line and prime my face right now. So like I said, I just went in with that setting spray, and now I'm gonna go in with one of my drugstore favorites. I'm gonna go in with this CoverGirl Pore Minimizing Primer, and it does have a bit of a purplish tint to it. You guys have seen me use it on my channel before, and I like it because it kind of balances or kind of color corrects a little bit some of the redness that's on my skin, and it does fill my pores in, I feel like. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of that, and I think that I'm gonna stick with drugstore primers because we're using a drugstore foundation, and I don't want to use a high-end primer that, why would I spend more on a primer than I am on a foundation? So I'm just gonna stick to pretty much all drugstore. The only thing that I'm not gonna stick to with drugstore is going to be the setting powder, just because I want to try out the Fenty powder. I used it a couple of times already and I really like it. So I think I'm just going to use it to set my under eye concealer and things like that, just to give it a fair chance, because I do use more high-end setting powders to do my makeup. So right now I'm just going to take this primer and I'm just going to add it where I normally would. And what I like to do with this is just kind of rub it in to my skin. I always go in between my brows because I have like a condensed amount of pores there. I don't know why. I guess comment down below if you have that same problem. But my nose has a lot less than right here in between my eyebrows. Like, I have no idea why. That's just what it is. So we got to work with what we have, and they have primers for these things, so it's not even a worry right now. So okay, I went ahead and primed my skin. I'm gonna zoom you in just so you could see like the state of my skin right now, because it's dry, but it's also breaking out over here. Yeah, now you can see like in this area, I'm kind of breaking out. Everywhere else seems to be okay, but I am very dry. And yeah, I just wanna go ahead and use this foundation and see what it does. You guys know that I love L'Oreal foundations. The Pro Matte and Pro Glow are one of my favorites. So I never tried out the Total Coverage, the Infallible line Total Coverage, because I heard mixed reviews about it, and I honestly really, really loved the Pro Matte and Pro Glow. So I was like, why would I even try something else that I know I'm probably not gonna like? But I do love the True Match also, the old school one that comes in like a little glass jar. That one is so nice, and they have so many different shades, and it sits really nice on the skin. So L'Oreal altogether has really, really nice foundations at the drugstore. So I'm having high hopes for this Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. And this has SPF 25, so I'm curious to see if it has like some type of flashback or just kind of like a white cast to it. And I'm using the shade 490, and I believe that was Golden Amber when I when I was at the drugstore. That's the color I believe it was. So I was gonna get 475 or 480, I believe, and it was just entirely too light. And I wore it on the back of my hand because that's how I pick my foundations. What I'll do is I'll go to the drugstore, and if I'm able to test it out, I'll go ahead and put like a swatch on the back of my wrist, and then I'll just like kind of walk around the store and see if it oxidizes, because sometimes you'll pick up a foundation and it is too light. Like you're like, oh my god, it looks too light. But then the next shade down is just way too dark. So instead of buying two, I just kind of see if the lighter one oxidizes, and if so, then I can just kind of, you know, rock with that one. And then also too, if you wanted to get a slightly darker shade, you can always use a lighter concealer to just kind of balance everything out. So that's just a tip, because I'm on that struggle bus where I do not have any of the shades that match me in, you know, in the drugstore. So I always feel like I have to mix together shades to get like that perfect undertone or that perfect shade for my skin tone. And yeah, L'Oreal is just one of those brands that happens with. I mean, what am I gonna do? It's probably way less than buying some type of high-end foundation. So this foundation claims to be breathable, buildable coverage with 24-hour fresh complexion. I'm not gonna be wearing this for 24 hours. I'm just telling you that right now. But I'm definitely gonna be wearing it for a few hours. And it says that it has a natural finish. You could wear it for up to 24 hours. The coverage is medium, which is what I love, because like you can see, I do have a lot of freckles, and I don't like to suffocate them. I don't like to bury them under makeup. And it would take a lot of makeup to get rid of this, you know, situation I have going on, and I don't hate it, so why would I do that? And then the texture is supposed to be air light. So basically it's supposed to feel like it's not on the skin. So some pros are that it is definitely travel friendly because it's 1 fluid ounce. And it, like I said, it has SPF. That could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing, because as far as flashback is concerned, the packaging is really nice. So you have this cute little top here. It comes off. You have a pump, which is awesome. And the only thing is, if you don't like glass bottles, this is a glass bottle, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing else that I could say. It's sleek, it's nice, it looks high-end, I mean, for the drugstore, and yeah, it has a pump, which is always great. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use a damp beauty blender just to fill, or just to apply this. So as you can see, I kind of covered that up, but I'm just applying right now. The shade is pretty decent. It has a scent to it. I don't really like that. It kind of gives me a headache. So if you're sensitive to smell, I don't know if you're gonna like this. So, all right, 2 pumps did like one side of my face. I don't even think it did one side. It's supposed to be medium coverage, but to me it's like a BB cream right now. Okay, let's keep trying. Maybe it's because my skin is really dry. I'm gonna do 2 more pumps, and we're gonna do the rest of it. I'm gonna dot it onto me. Maybe that will work better. And then blend it out. So I want to make this as medium coverage as they claim for it to be. Okay, so what I think that you need to do is definitely apply it with your finger onto your face. Don't use your beauty blender and do like that, because it's gonna just absorb all of that product. Okay, so as you can see right now, I put on a total of 4 pumps onto my face, and I feel like you can still see pretty much everything. It did cover quite a bit of freckles on my nose, but everything else you can kind of just see that it kind of just rests nicely. It's just evening out my skin tone. And I'm just gonna drag a little down my neck. So yeah, it just kind of sits down nicely. And the only thing that I'm noticing is that over here in this area where I told you guys I have like little pores coming in, it's just kind of sinking into them. So if you have large pores, I would definitely say you need a pore filling and not pore minimizing primer, because that CoverGirl primer, when I use it with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless, it works perfectly fine. So right now I could see that it's already like kind of settling in here and settling in this area over here, and I don't know how much I love that, but you know, we're gonna still keep it moving. So another thing we're gonna be testing out is this Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer, and I have this in the shade 375 Latte. I was gonna pick up Cashew, and Cashew was super, no, I got Cashmere, Cashew, and those two were like super light. So Latte was the shade for me. So if you're using me as a shade reference, definitely I would say Latte. And then what I'm just gonna go ahead and do is, as you can see, it looks dark under the eyes. Under the eyes, the packaging is really nice. You have a nice doe foot applicator. It's really big actually, so it's going to cover quite a bit. And this reminds me of the Tarte Shape Tape applicator, so good things. Maybe we'll find a dupe, I don't know. So let's go ahead. This is supposed to be full wear, so super full coverage, and let's try it out. This also has a very perfumey smell. The foundation, like I said, had a bit of a tint to it, like a bit of a smell to it, but I feel like it's gone now. But this has a definitely like floral perfumey scent, so if you get headaches very easily, then I would probably stay away from this, but hopefully it does subside like the foundation did. So I'm just gonna use my beauty blender and just kind of blend this in. Okay, so this is very full coverage. It's very full coverage, but it accentuates a lot of texture. I'm gonna try to zoom you in so you can see. I hope you get to see what I'm seeing. Okay, so if you can see, I'm hoping that you can, underneath my eyes here in this area, there's some texture there, but no other concealer really accentuates that. This one is really building onto it. Like, I don't understand why. If you could see like those little dots there, like I'm pretty sure that other people have that too, and it's not just me. Why it's doing that. It's covering nicely, but it's just kind of, if you have any type of texture underneath your eye, it's going to cling to that, and it's not going to be anything that's kind of like, oh, she's not wearing any makeup. It's definitely going to be like, oh, she's wearing makeup. So just be mindful of that. Okay, so like I said, the coverage is really nice, and you do have, it has a really bad smell, like, but for the most part, the coverage is really there. It does what it claims, what it claims to do. I don't like the foundation because it's sinking into my pores already, and I haven't even set it yet. So hopefully the Fenty powder will save the day in this case. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Fenty powder. That's really the only high-end product that I'm going to use. Everything else is going to be probably L'Oreal. I'm also gonna be trying out these L'Oreal Rouge lipsticks. They're like a soft matte finish according to them. It seems very liquidy, like super liquidy. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them for you, and then I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup just in super speed. I'll list everything down below, but like I said, I'm going to be using the True Match in Cocoa, no, I'm sorry, Cappuccino to bronze up, and I use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is like a cult favorite for my lashes, and I'm also gonna hit the lower lash line with this. And then I will go in with, if I don't like these, I will go in with the Infallible, the Pro Matte liquid lipstick. I really love this stuff. This is in the shade Cowboy, and I really love this shade. If you watch any of my other videos and you like that like dark terracotta brown color, this is definitely that one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, like I said, off camera, and I will, well, not off camera, I'll just do it in super speed right now. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how it wears, and I will be doing a few hours and coming back to test it out. So I will see you in a few. Hey guys, welcome back. So we are 6 hours into this foundation. I am tired. I started the review kind of late, and I can tell you already, I don't want to even wear this any longer than I have to. I don't know if it's because I like added a lot of foundation. I'm just gonna take off these lashes because they're killing me. You guys know that when you're wearing makeup, the most like exhilarating feeling is taking off your lashes, so bear with me. Okay, I could breathe. I feel good again. All right, so with that being said, I do not like the way that this foundation sat on my skin. I don't know if maybe if I used a different primer or anything like that, like how it would feel, but honestly right now the way that I'm feeling with this foundation is that it's just, my skin looks like leather. So like, you know, I'm gonna definitely be zooming you in, getting you up close and personal, but this is everything that I don't want in a foundation. I don't want it to accentuate pores. I don't want it to show any lines, because I really don't even have that many lines in my skin, and for some reason this is actually like creating lines, and I don't know where they're coming from, to be honest. In my forehead, I don't ever get lines. Like when I'm telling you I don't ever get lines, like I do not ever get lines. So yeah, no. And then here it's just like a mess. So I don't know, like I said, whether it's the fact that I layered. Remember, I did 4 pumps of this, so I did 2 and then 2. So I did 2 on this side and I did 2 on this side, and I don't know, I just do not like it, guys. Like, I don't know why I don't like it, but I mean, I know why I don't like it, but I just don't know why it doesn't agree with my skin. I guess if you have dry skin, like how I've been telling you lately, my skin has been like really dry, then you're definitely not gonna like this. I don't think you're gonna like it at all, because it's just accentuating every texture that I have on my skin. It actually rubbed off over here where I had that blemish, and it kind of just like peeled away. And I don't know, that it's just too much. And then the concealer under my eyes, just, if you want a super full coverage, then okay, but it's gonna look cakey. That's the only thing. Like, it's definitely looking cakey right now. But like on my nose it stayed, which is good. That's a good thing. Maybe if I use a different primer with the concealer, then it would be a good thing. I'm gonna continue trying it out on my page, and you'll see it in other tutorials. But like with the Fenty review that I did, it gave me like some luminosity to my skin, but I'm kind of looking for that in a way, because my skin is so dry right now. So that made me look like I had a healthy glow. Yes, but after 12 hours, it was oily in certain areas, and it did break up and settle in and things like that. But this is just drying my skin out, and I feel like if it's going to be a fresh wear foundation and not pro matte like the Infallible line is, then it should give me a fresh look. It should give me more of a satin finish, maybe like a more luminous, just skin-like finish, and it doesn't. And I can layer the Pro Matte and it still doesn't look like this. And the Pro Glow, you know, you guys know that I like to mix those two together to get like this perfect finish. But this, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm sorry. Like, I know I tried not to watch other people's reviews of it, and I'm not sure if they're saying that it's like the best thing, but for me, it's not. Like, I just can't. So I'm gonna quit rambling and I'm just gonna zoom you in. Okay, so I know you guys could see this right now, and I'm looking in the viewfinder just to make sure that I am in focus. But like over here, if you look back at my Fenty review, I didn't have all of these lines, or like I didn't have all of this texture. I hope that the camera's picking it up, but if you could see all those like little dots all over, I don't usually have that with any of my concealers. Like, I don't understand what's going on. And then catches it, but do you see like all those little lines all over the place? I'm just not a fan of that. Created lines that I don't have on my forehead. Like, what is going on? As far as on my nose, like I said, the concealer stayed down the bridge of my nose, and as you can see here, it doesn't look right at all. And it actually like pulled in some of my brow color, if you could see it, and it made it look orange in between my eyebrows. I don't like it. Over here it did break up, and now you see my blemishes again. For this only being 5 or 6 hours, I think that this shouldn't be happening. And down here, you know, it's normal. Like, I'll sit like this, like I said, you know, I'm continuously rubbing things down here. But see all of these pores, it just doesn't look good to me. Lines under here, like, I know a lot of you are gonna say, well, this is a drugstore foundation. But I have amazing drugstore foundations, you know, from the drugstore. So that's not an excuse to me. For the price point too, I'll link the price somewhere here. I feel like it should be way better than what it is. Does it give you a nice even base? Yes, it does. And from afar, it looks good. But when you come up to me, you're gonna be like, girl, you're wearing some makeup, and I don't like that. I like for my makeup to look kind of flawless. I like for it to just look like you know that I have makeup on, but when you come close to me, you don't know that I have makeup on. It looks like my skin, but better. So this right here is not, I don't know, it's not what's up to me. So, hey guys, so for me, that was definitely not, it wasn't what's up. So I think that it's, you know, there's other L'Oreal foundations that you could definitely get at the drugstore that would be popping. This is not it. So that is it, guys. I hope you liked today's What's Up Wednesday, and I will definitely, like I said, be updating you. And please don't forget to join the fam. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and also turn on the post notification bell so that you see when I do upload. This Friday will be another Family Friday video, and it will be Carter's room tour. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.